Okay, so what I wanted to do was just make sure that you're aware of a couple of pages on the wiki as well that are helpful for folks like yourselves that are organizing meetup groups and so forth. So under wiki.opscode.com, there's a community events page over on the left-hand side here. And there you'll see things like upcoming trainings, conferences that we're going to be at, and then Opscode-related meetups. So if you run one of these meetups, the way that your meetup group gets listed here is if you tag your meetup with the topic Opscode. So I'm just going to look over here at DevOps DC, which is one of the meetups that I organize. And in this section here where you see what we're about, Opscode is one of the things that we list here. And if you don't know, you can do that under the group settings. You select your topics, and then you just select Opscode. Of course, I've already, looks like I've chosen the maximum number of topics, so I have to remove one to add another one. But Opscode was the one that I added here. Now, interestingly, it looks like there are 41 meetup groups tagged with Opscode Chef, but only 34 tagged with Opscode. So it sounds like I have some work to do to reach out to the delta there. But in addition to getting you listed automatically on this community page, that also puts you on a couple of other places. For example, on community.opscode.com, we list the community events. And these are the next 3 upcoming events that come from that meetup page, or from meetups that are tagged with Opscode. And on this See All Events page, you see here that this takes you to opscode.meetup.com. This is an interesting feature of meetup.com, is those topics actually turn into URLs, and you can view all of the groups that are associated with that. So, yeah, totally check that out, and make sure that your group is tagged with Opscode. The other thing that's really nice about that is, as part of my role on the Food Fight Show, I put together our regular newsletter. And when I put those out, I always include upcoming meetups that are coming as part of the newsletter. So you'll see here in the upcoming meetup groups and events section. And I just go to that opscode.meetup.com and click on all of the groups there and sort out which meetings are coming so that I can list those. So if your group is tagged as Opscode, you'll get a lot of additional love and, marketing from Opscode basically for free. And then also in this community events section, we have this page, Resources for Community Organizers. I just want to go over those really quickly. So there's the Community Organizers Google group, which I think you're all now a part of. It says here that you can email community and let us know who you are, where your group is, and when you're planning your next event. If you're tagged as Opscode and on Meetup, you don't need to do any of that. We'll just add you to our various places just by the way we do business. And then finally, what support is available for Chef Meetup groups? So I am your best contact when it comes to someone at Opscode to talk to about any of these things. So if you're interested, we will help reimburse the expenses that you pay to run your meetup group. We'll pay for pizza, beer, food, whatever you like, as long as we get receipts, and we'll pay up to $200 per event. We will definitely pay your fees on meetup.com if you're interested in that. We can send you t-shirts and stickers, and obviously have promotions and so forth. And we also get you discount codes for training. So training in other events like ChefConf and the Community Summit. Typically, what we will do, especially if we're going to do some public training in a new market, in both Utah and Arizona, I don't think we've done any public classes there lately, or maybe ever. But if or when we do schedule those, it's very likely that I will just give you a free pass or two to that training class that you can then give away as a door prize to your meeting or at your meetup. We'll give you discount codes that you can use for all of the members of your meetup group and so forth. So the idea really is to give you guys as much help as we possibly can. The next thing over here is technical conferences. And I should also say, if I'm going too fast or if you have questions, just shout them out.
Let me just
Yeah,
throw
sure.
out one thing specific to my location. I know you guys were somebody from Opscode was doing a private training at Blue Coat a little while ago. If you guys have somebody out doing work with them in the future, they are literally right up the street from our location where we have our meetup. So it would be cool to get somebody from Opscode to come give a presentation sometime if they're out in this
Yeah, no,
neighborhood
that's
again.
that's great. That's another very good point. Like, we love to send folks to your meetups if you want us to come speak, and obviously that works best for everybody when we already have, say, a consultant or a trainer on site near your location. And so sometimes, one of the tips I give to meetup groups is to have a regular schedule of when you meet, whether that's, the second Tuesday of every month, something along those lines. That helps with consistency and lets your members know how to plan their schedule around your meetup. But that being said, if Opscode has someone in your area, and I would highly recommend moving the date if it makes sense, so that you can get a speaker from Opscode. I know that the team up in Boston, the Chef Boston user group, is going to change their meetup date around a public training that we have, so that we can have one of our consultants come and present at that group. Cool. So that's a great point, and I'll definitely look at the if or when we're going to have someone else out in your area, Cameron. You bet.
Cool, thank you.
And then also over here on the technical conferences page within the community events, we try to list all of the upcoming conferences where we know that there will be talks about Chef. And usually the conferences that we list, we know that there's going to be a talk about Chef because it's someone from Opscode that's going to be speaking about Chef. However, I'd love to list other people speaking about Chef, like this Continuous Life Cycle 2013 in Germany. I know that that's not Opscode employees talking about Chef, but it's definitely a talk about Chef. So I like to list all of those. Again, I put those into the Food Fight Show newsletter. And, of course, this is a wiki, so if you come across one that's not listed here, there's the edit button. You can log in and edit that yourself. And then I also like to list here, both on this page and in that Food Fight Show newsletter, the open CFPs. So if there are talks in your area that are coming up, or conferences in your area that are coming up, I'd love to let you know when they're going to be, and help you with the CFP. And we will definitely help support presenters, as it shows here a couple of in this section up here. So what will we give you? We'll give you hugs for going and talking about Chef, because we love that, and we love you because you're awesome. We'll review your proposals and your talks if you like. Provide assistance writing up your proposals and or your talks. Do technical review on them if you like. We'll give you overview of Chef slides if you want. We'll give promotion of your talk. We'll give you stickers and quick reference guides to hand out at your talk. All that kind of stuff. So we really want to help you in whatever way we can to go out and talk about Chef. Yeah.
Hey Nathan, there's usually at the OpenStack conferences, which is where I learned first about Chef anyway. There was a lot of materials that you guys like handed out that was actually kind of cool. You had
Yep.
slicks that you handed out that had use cases, and of course stickers and stuff. Um, is it possible to get like some of those slicks? Because those would actually be kind of cool to hand out to people that would come to a meetup. I would think. I don't know how
Yeah, no,
that's
that's
feasible or
absolutely
possible, but
feasible, possible. We'd be happy to do that. And the best way for you to get that is shoot me an email with the mailing address of where you want us to send stuff, and I'll get like a welcome kit, or a kit with stickers and some slicks, potentially T-shirts sent out to you. Yeah.
okay, great, fantastic.
And then I guess the other kind of thing that I wanted to show you while we're here on the wiki is the Community Summit 3 2013 page. If you haven't seen this yet, some of you I know already have, but this is where you can get some information about the upcoming Community Summit. You can register and so forth. You can also see like our official Twitter hashtag is Opscode Summit if you're going to go there. We're also on Lanyard if you want to let people know that you're coming out. And then because it is an unconference, we don't really have an agenda, but we're utilizing this wiki page here. Again, it's a wiki, so you can edit it. If you have an agenda item that you'd like to talk about, you can start adding those things here so we can have sort of preceded sessions as we go into the unconference. Some questions here of things you might want to see. And then someone, Charles Johnson at Opscode, has suggested Chef DK or Development Kit, talking about building out an omnibus installer for everything that you need to get up and running with your development environment. So that's another good page to know about.